Did you hear that? When Syria
did you see their leaders in Tehran? Did you see their leaders? Just a couple of days ago, they were in Tehran sitting with the supreme leader of Iran.
Let's say all of Gaza ends up in Iran. Let's say all of Gaza, 1.8 million people from Gaza end up in Iran, and they are cheering Iran. Does that wipe away the history? What about 600,000?
Call them ignorant, me.
Yeah.
Call them ignorant.
No,
say that they're ignorant. Why? They're sitting. Their leaders are going. Yahya Sinwar, Ismail Haniya, the new head of Hamas.
Then what happened to them?
Look at what they're doing.
They are foolish. They are foolish.
The Palestinians are foolish.
No, not Palestinians. The leadership.
Their leadership are foolish. They're foolish.
Yes, they're foolish. I'll tell you why. They are foolish because they trusted a hostile power. Haniya was killed in Iran under the protection of Iran. He was in a presidential palace. I'm asking this question. How was Haniya killed within few hours of reaching Iran, and Khamenei is over 80 years old walking around in Iran? Okay, if Khamenei is the real arch enemy of Israel, how comes the Israelis are not finding him? They cannot see him. Okay, how comes they found Haniya so quickly? That's my question. How comes they found him so quickly and targeted him and neutralized him? Okay, this is the foolishness. This is the foolishness that you trust a power, okay, and then this is what happens. This is what happens.
Why should they trust anyone? Why should they trust Qatar? Why should they trust Turkey? Why should they trust any country? Saudi? Why should they trust any country?
Because if you look at the history,
Israel has assassinated Palestinians in almost every country of the world. Almost every country of the world, their leaders have been assassinated by Mossad. So why should Palestinians, if they're foolish, I mean, this is a big claim. You're calling them foolish. You know better. You know better than the Palestinian leadership. You know better than Abu Ubaidah. You know better than Yahya Sinwar. You know better than Ismail Haniya. They're foolish. They're fools. But you, Adnan Rashid, mashallah, you know better than them. So please tell us and tell them which leaders and which countries should they trust if it's not Iran.
Brilliant. Iran is out of the question. Iran is absolutely out of the question. Out of all the options on the table for the Palestinians, Iran is out of the question because Iran just recently committed a genocide of Sunni Muslims in Syria. So Iran cannot be trusted. Absolutely not. No one can believe Iran's claim that they care about Palestinians having killed 600,000 Muslims in Syria. Who is going to? Israel hasn't killed that many people in the last 70 years. Okay?
So you think they don't care about Syrians?
As barbaric, as evil as
does Abu Ubaidah care about Syrians?
I'm answering your question. So surely they are foolish to trust this power who took into their territory a guest and he was killed. The point I'm making here is, why is Khamenei safe? How comes the state of Israel that keeps screaming around the world that Iran is the enemy, how comes Khamenei is still alive and they can target inside Iran a person from Gaza who was there? So this is foolishness. This is absolute foolishness. Okay, no one's believing it, no one's buying it. Even the so-called attack of Iran on Israel, it was fireworks. The only person killed in that attack was a Palestinian, right? So wake up. No one's falling for it. No one's believing it. Okay, it's clear that it's a land-grabbing enterprise. Okay, the Arabs have been sandwiched between Israel and Iran, two hostile powers. Okay, Iran is hostile to the Arabs. The state of Israel is hostile to the Arabs, and the Arabs are sandwiched in between. And everyone wants them to wake up and do something. Look, they are surrounded. They're cornered. Okay.
So look at this. Okay, here is from just February 8th. So this is 4 days ago. Khalil Al-Haya expressed gratitude to the Islamic Republic for what he called its decades of support of the Palestinian people and Hamas's armed stance, saying he was confident Iran would continue to stand by Palestine and the resistance until they achieve victory together in Jerusalem. So you should tell this leader of Hamas that, you want the Shia grave worship or whatever in Masjid al-Aqsa instead of synagogues, because apparently you prefer synagogues in Masjid al-Aqsa instead of, the black flags of Shia. Apparently, Khalil al-Hayat, he is sitting here. He's ignorant. This is what you're saying. He's an ignorant fool. Just 4 days ago, he doesn't realize that actually this Khamenei, he's in on it with Mossad. And Khamenei is actually plotting to kill him. Because here he is sitting with all the Hamas leadership. Hamas leadership sitting here.
What does that prove? What does that prove?
That proves that they trust Iran.
No,
and
that proves more foolishness.
He expressed gratitude.
That proves,
so he's a fool. He's a fool and an idiot, right?
Do you see any doubt on my face? Put my face on again.
And the Palestinians, all the Palestinians who trust Hamas, they are fools too for trusting such a foolish organization. Yes, Palestinians are foolish. Right? Why don't the Palestinians rise up against these foolish Hamas leaders who trust Iran and they go to Tehran? Why do the Palestinians trust Hamas?
They're
fools, right? They're fools, and they're endangering the entire resistance movement. They're endangering the entire resistance movement by trusting these idiot leaders like Abu Ubaidah and Yahya Sinwar and Ismail Haniyeh and Khalil al-Hayat. These are all idiots. These are fools, says Adnan Rashid, because they are going and talking to Iran, which is clearly in cahoots with Mossad and Israel, and they will assassinate these leaders at any time. That's how foolish these Palestinian leaders are, and the Palestinian people are even more foolish for trusting them. This is what you're claiming, correct?
Okay, you can attribute anything you like to me. I've said what I had to say. My words are very clear, very pointed, no ambiguity. I've said it clearly that anyone who trusts Iran after Haniyeh was killed in Iran, inside Iran, from the Palestinian leadership, is an absolute fool. I'm saying it on camera. Okay, after their leader was killed. Okay, their leader was killed in Iran, and the Iranian leaders are walking around in the gowns and in the turbans. Okay, and for some reason, the Israeli might and Israeli intelligence and Israeli weapons cannot find them, cannot find these Muammams with their gowns. And they found one guy who came in for literally few hours. He came in for a few hours and he smoked.
It's easy to explain. It's very easy to explain.
Wait, explain. Before you explain, before you do the advocacy for Iran, let me finish my point. So people, I don't care who sits with them. It's clear the history. I'm a historian. It's clear that we cannot trust such an entity that has committed massacres and genocides against Muslims. And then, the doctrine of taqiyya keep coming back and saying, brothers, we are brothers, let's unite. We are one ummah, one Muslim body. But when you look at actions, they say otherwise. Okay, we are not haters. We are not killers. We don't condone killing of any innocent people on the planet. Absolutely under no circumstances, Shia or Sunni. Okay, wherever violence is taking place from any side, okay, innocent people are suffering. They are dying because of the politics of some people. This needs to stop from both sides, the Sunnis and the Shia, whoever is involved. This politics has to stop. But so far, the elephant in the room is Iran and 600,000 people dead in Syria. You want me to believe that they care about Palestinians? You want me to believe that what's so special about Palestinians that wasn't special about the people of Syria? Why were the people of Syria dispensable and the people of Palestine are not? Why was the blood of the people of Syria cheaper in value than the people of Palestine? Why? Okay, this slogan or this claim that Iran stands for Palestine is a sham. It's a sham. It's false. It's a lie. If it wasn't a lie, Iranians, when they had Syria, they would have made sure no innocent people. And you know why? We are very consistent. ISIS, criminals, Khawarij, they went out, they started killing innocent people, including Shia. They started killing people in marketplaces and all sorts of, crimes that cannot be justified Islamically. We are very consistent. Okay? We condemn crimes committed by anyone, whether they are Shia or Sunni or so-called Sunni. Okay? We do not stand with crimes because our principles are very consistent. You have to see that from the other side as well. There is a denial. There's a complete denial from Hezbollah, from Iran that they have committed those crimes. They have not acknowledged to date that they have killed that many Muslims in Syria. They have not acknowledged. They haven't apologized. They keep saying, oh, this was Israel doing it. Were the Israelis killing Syrians inside Syria? Where we have videos of Bashar al-Assad and his soldiers and Hezbollah soldiers torturing and killing people and stabbing them and cutting them and burning them and putting them in body bags. The worst possible torture that might have taken place in recent times was in Sednaya prison. We have seen pictures. We have seen evidence. So stop playing this game, Daniel. Brother Daniel, you are far more intelligent than that. You are far more worthy of that. You are far more valuable for the Ummah than that, to fall for that foolishness and start, continue to push this narrative that, oh, we need to unite with them. Yeah, they are killers. Yes, this regime massacred our people in Syria. They have done it in Iraq. Okay, you acknowledged it. You tweeted it. Stop killing the Muslims in Syria and Iraq. And then you want us to unite with the same people who have been killing us? The same regime, the same entity? We cannot blame all Shias. I want to put this on record. We are not saying all Shias agree with what Iran is doing or did in Iraq and Syria. Absolutely not. I know there are decent, God-fearing Shias out there who are simply misguided. They have been misguided by their muammams, their ulama. Okay, they are God-fearing people. They genuinely love the Ahlul Bayt. I believe that, and they have love for the Ahlul Bayt. But I reach out to them with compassion and love, that please stop blind following your mullahs and your muammams and your authorities, because they are committing crimes against humanity. Not only outside Iran, even inside Iran. Even inside Iran, there are people, thousands of people in prisons who just want to get rid of this regime. They want to free themselves so that they are free of these hypocrite mullahs who are using their money, their tax money, to commit atrocities around the world.